Communities around the country have seen a jump in the number of overdose deaths since the pandemic started, and that includes right here on our First Coast. Tonight, a local mom is sharing her story in hopes that it will help save lives.
We were the typical white picket fence family.
For Chandler Cook, addiction started with experimentation.
The first time I used, I was 13.
At first, it was alcohol and pot. Years later, cocaine and pain pills. He was 19 before he realized he was an addict.
I hurt my shoulder and I was put on painkillers and I got off them and I got sick when I got off them, and that's when it went from getting painkillers from the doctor to finding them on the street and having to have them. That's when things really started going downhill.
Speaking candidly to his mother, Michele Holbrook, in this video they made together last year, he at the time was 1 month shy of being clean and sober for 1 year.
I didn't really understand that addiction is a daily fight. It's not something you can just get yourself clean and it's over. It's something you have to fight every day.
Chandler was bouncing back, holding down a full-time job in Jacksonville. Then the pandemic hit.
He was happy, he was sociable, he had some great friends, and then all of a sudden we get shut down. So he loses his job, he's in isolation, we're up here.
April 21st, she was at her home in Fernandina Beach when her phone rang. Chandler, just 28 years old, had been found dead in his apartment. She believes her son, her only child, died of an accidental overdose.
I think when you're depressed, you put something in your body to make it feel better, to take that pain away, and I think that's what happened.
What happened to Chandler is not an isolated case. The chief medical officer here at Lakeview Health Addiction Treatment Center says the number of overdose deaths in Jacksonville started to spike in mid-March.
And it's about 20% higher than it was even from last year.
The isolation, anxiety, loss of work, she says, can all be triggers that can cause people to relapse and overdose.
I don't want people to think, shame on him. I want people to understand that addiction and mental illness is a disease, and it's something that they can't help. And it's something that if you have a loved one or if you have a friend, fight hard for them, get them in the places that they need.
That's why she's sharing her story, to let others know help is available.
We're counseling them to continue to go to their meetings. They can do it virtually, so they don't actually have to go in person. There's so many online 12-step meetings that they can join.
Sit down with your family members, Zoom them, talk to them, do what's necessary just to see them face to face, just to make sure that they're okay.
Her faith is what she says is getting her through this, and her mission now is to let those struggling with addiction know there is always hope.
He was baptized a couple of years ago, so I know he's sitting at the feet of Jesus. And that's what gets me through every day, is knowing that one day I'll see him again.
And she hopes her son's legacy will help save lives.
You don't want to end up like Chandler. This is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Go out, get the help.
And help is available. That is the message tonight. Lakeview Health is actually offering free online support groups and meetings. You don't have to be a patient to attend these. It's for anyone struggling with substance abuse and for their loved ones. I've posted all the information in this story right now on firstcoastnews.com.